Is it okay to date someone ugly? If you lose the attraction you once had for your spouse, should you leave or stay married? Because this is kind of a sensitive subject, please take a quick moment to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us to reach more people who might benefit from our content.
This video is sponsored by Canyon Foot and Ankle. From simple nail care to advanced trauma and reconstructive care, their podiatrists have the training and skills needed to resolve even the most complex cases. Treat your feet to the exceptional care they deserve.
We are single life and relationship coaches for people that are divorced, widowed, over 30 and not yet married, and for later married couples blending families. When we're older and hopefully wiser, we have the opportunity to be smarter about looking for someone who will be a good fit as a life partner and allow physical chemistry to grow or not. Physical attraction is important, but when choosing someone to live and work with forever, it simply cannot be the only thing you think about.
I've been pondering a lot lately how when we're in our teens or our 20s, most of us choose our marriage companions backwards. We find someone who we have physical chemistry with. Then we get married and see if we get along well enough to stay married and be life partners. Some of us get lucky and some of us not so much. No wonder so many young marriages end in divorce. Personally, I believe the other way around improves the odds of marital satisfaction and success. Find a companion based on similar character and life choices, the factors that indicate if we'll get along, and then allow physical chemistry to grow, like you said, or not. When you know you have both, it's a match made in heaven.
Cathy, one of the big problems we have in the Latter-day Saint community is that people discuss this issue in extremes. People believe there's a specific way they're supposed to feel inside in order to move ahead in a relationship, when it is really pretty much a matter of choice. But we've bought into the Hollywood idea of being in love. Conversely, there are those who talk about physical attraction as though it doesn't matter at all. And even considering it is shallow and sinful. There is perhaps a bit of virtue signaling in that position, that looks or attraction don't matter.
Jeff, I believe that attraction does matter. It's just not always in the way we may initially think. When I was a young woman and noticing cute boys, let's be honest, I was boy crazy at 13.
You were boy crazy when you were 38.
That's true. But when I was 13, I became very quickly aware that my attraction waxed and waned based on how that young man treated others. I actually remember being one of those young girls observing the young men passing the sacrament, and one of them was quite attractive. And then I saw how he treated people at school, and I just didn't think he was that attractive anymore. And this is kind of like my first recollection of this fact for myself. And for as long as I can remember, my attraction levels were largely based on character.
That reminds me of when I was in junior high school. We had this PE teacher named Mark McNaughton, and he asked the class one day, I don't even remember why, what the most important quality we should look for in a spouse. And when a bunch of guys answered in typical junior high fashion that they were looking for a hot body, Coach McNaughton said, I want you to remember something. That body you marry is not going to stay the same. Now, ultimately, people age. When you're 70 or 80 years old, what happens to the attraction then? Where does it come from?
Based on how I experience attraction, I believe it comes from the choices we make and who we become as we age. Beauty is based on the eye of the beholder and the thoughts that person has about the other person.
There's a time when I gave a coaching consult to a man who wanted to leave his beautiful and loving wife, and he admitted that she was both. But he had met a new person and never felt this way before. Sounds kind of Hollywood, huh?
Intoxicated.
He was a Latter-day Saint with a temple marriage to a very beautiful woman, and he was ready to leave because he didn't have butterflies in his stomach. What do you say about that, Cathy?
I think it's sad. You know, I remember that happening and thinking about the many people who fall victim to the fairy tale fallacy. That the love I feel or don't feel is beyond me. It's just what it is.
I can't help who I love.
Where is the security in that? Personally, I'd rather be with someone committed to loving me than someone who either stays fallen in love with me or not.
Yeah, we recommend having candid conversations about what's important to each of you in the sexual realm as well as beyond, in terms of the frequency with which you might like to engage in sex with each other during your marriage, and any limits on the style or what you're comfortable with or uncomfortable with in that relationship. Explore how each of you understands the meaning to the other person or that they attach to sex. Areas of sensitivity or past abuse that might affect your ability to give and receive sexual energy. If you have same-sex attraction to one degree or another, that ought to be disclosed, and you need to explore with your partner how that's going to impact your relationship in the long term. And date long enough so that you aren't confusing a dopamine high associated with being in love, for real love, and thinking this must mean we're compatible or we should be destined for each other.
So what are your thoughts about physical chemistry and how important it is in dating and marriage relationships? Do you tend towards the side that it matters more than anything else? Or the side that it doesn't matter at all? Or are you somewhere in the middle like us, that it matters, but it isn't all that matters? Tell us your philosophy in the comments. We want to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, remember, any time is a great time for more love in your life. Thanks for joining us for another week on LilyTube. If you enjoy what you see, support us by liking, commenting, and sharing your favorite videos with others who could benefit.
As single life and relationship coaches, our mission is to help single adults intentionally heal from loss to create a happy life and healthy relationships. Keep coming back and we'll keep you encouraged. Each week, we provide new and refreshing perspectives on the challenges and opportunities of mid-single life.
If you'd like to immerse yourself deeper into your own personal development and relationship journey, visit our website at loveinlateryears.com for even more resources. Don't take on divorce recovery and other relationship loss and single life alone. We are here for you.